Hi, I'm Lonna Kelly, and this is Hudson Valley Art Speak, and glad you could make it here tonight to see the show. Today we're going to be talking to Bea Gustafson.
It's a mouthful.
Sorry.
It's okay, everybody does that.
Welcome, Bea.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here.
Thanks for coming tonight.
This is fun for me.
Yeah, good, good.
And I get to talk about my horses and the animals.
You do. So we have this big horse painting right here. You
Yes.
were just telling me that you love this horse.
I love this horse. She's from the Pine Nut Mountains in Nevada. I have friends there, professional photographers that send me pictures. And when she gave birth to her foal, they gave me a whole slew of pictures. And I just fell in love with how she put her head over the foal. The foal wasn't here, the foal was down on the ground. I sort of propped her up a little bit so she'd get in the picture. But they're beautiful, these horses. They're intelligent. They bond. They have family bonds. It may sound silly, but they have aunts and uncles and nieces and cousins.
Yeah.
It's a whole big family, and they stick together.
Yeah, there are herds.
Yes, but they stick together more than you would think, well, for survival. They stick together because they play together, and they groom each other. And most of the time, well, not most of the time, but I started doing a lot of mares and foals so that I could show people, look at the love that they're capable of showing. And the expression, you know?
Yeah.
So I get very excited over that.
Yeah. Are these Mustangs?
They're all Mustangs. Yeah. And they're big. Mustangs have the biggest neck. You can tell a Mustang immediately by the size of their neck. They tend to be slightly shorter, maybe 15 and a half hands, but their bones, their muscles, are huge.
Yeah.
Somebody had said to me, why did you paint this so big? I said, that's because she's that big and muscular.
Yeah.
Because they're always running.
Right.
They're
They're
not
not
stuck.
confined at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So how did you get started painting?
Well, I started to tell you before, and it's a fun thing that I had to study mathematics when I was little. No drawing or painting. It was a waste of time.
Oh, really?
I come from that generation.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I used to draw with the covers over my head and a flashlight, or if I sat on the stoop where I grew up in the city, I would draw all the cars, and I just continued doing that. If we went out to a restaurant to eat, I would draw somebody's face. Make a long story short, I didn't have time to paint.
Yeah.
And it never dawned on me that I wanted to paint. So I took up photography. And black and white photography. I had my own darkroom, and I would do the silver tone and the sepia. And then I said, well, I'm going to put a little color in there. And I started painting it with watercolor. I would do a landscape scene, and I would paint the background in green with watercolors. And then I don't know whether somebody suggested it or it dawned on me. I can't tell. But I remembered, let's go to get some art classes. And I took some art classes with Albert in a library. He persuaded me and encouraged me to go on. Then I took some, for a while I took some classes at Arts on the Lake with Alex Shundy. And then I just went out on my own and painted.
Yeah.
Now you can't keep me out of the dark room. Not the dark room, my studio.
Your studio.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So you do a lot of wild animals, African animals.
My passion is to paint animals. I'm a wildlife artist. And I have an appreciation for flowers and landscape. But if I hear, I'm an animal advocate also, big time animal advocate. I'm out there marching.
Yeah.
But if there's an animal that I hear of, that like Cecil the lion was shot.
Oh, yes.
I
yeah.
painted him. He's 5.5 feet tall. I painted him. I painted Timba, which I gave you a photograph of Timba, the elephant. My white lion is a Bengal tiger. These animals are going extinct. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
They're endangered.
Yeah.
So I paint endangered animals. I do once in a while will get a commission to paint a dog or a horse.
Right.
But I just am starting now a 4-foot-long painting that I took the photograph of 2 horse races, 2 horses that used to race.
Oh, okay. Like the Thoroughbred Rescue Farm?
And they're up at Equine Advocates in Chatham. I go up there and I photograph all the horses, and I come home and I paint them.
Yeah. Do you ever paint, in plein air? Do you ever paint on right there? Do you just photograph them and bring them home?
I tried to do that, but here's the thing. I learned how to paint. If you look closely, it's almost like the paint is translucent.
Uh-huh.
That's because I paint in layers. I don't paint a la Primavera, which is get green paint and put it on, get brown and put it on. I paint in layers.
Uh-huh.
So the bottom layer of this is a bright red. And then you gradually build up the layers, and then you can see through it.
Yeah.
And that's actually how the animals are. You can't paint it like that in Primavera.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's funny. I thought you were going to say, well, they're always moving, so I can't.
Well, that too.
I can't paint them.
But you know what? There was this one horse up in Aikendale. His name was Sin Novidad. I loved this animal. And he adopted me. He came up to me, put his head on my shoulder, and that was love at first sight. And he would just sit there or stand there.
Yeah.
And I would sit there and draw him constantly. That's how I learned horse anatomy.
Yeah, just to get out there and do it.
And here's another thing I did. It might sound a little goofy. I would close my eyes and just touch the horse and feel the neck muscles and feel the face. And that just gets embedded into you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Do you have any desire to have a horse or
To have a horse. If I had a lot of money, I would buy all the horses that are going to slaughter and save them all. I can't.
Yeah, of course.
No.
So this year you're going to be part of the Open. I'm going to change the subject
Yes,
a little bit.
go ahead.
You're going to be part of the Open Studio Tour, the ArtEast Open
This
Studio
will be
Tour.
my 3rd year.
Uh-huh.
And we're also going to have a little showing too at the farmers market at the end of September, and then in August, for the whole month of August, we're going to have all of the artists from the Open Studio Tour. All of them are going to show maybe 2 pieces each. And it'll be up all month. That'll be nice.
And that will be where?
At the Howland, that used to be a library.
Center?
It's the Howland Cultural Arts Center in Beacon, 477 Main Street, Beacon, New York.
Okay, that's a beautiful venue.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know you
I'm
arranged
gonna be
this, but
curating
you're
it.
going to curate it.
Yes. This will be my 2nd show that I'm curating it. I did one for the Poland Public Library about 3-4 years ago. And I knew nothing about curating a show, but I figured, what is it to just get a bunch of artists together? And well, I found out that we're all a little off. And so, but it was fun. It was fun. It was very successful. and we raffled off a small painting of mine.
Yeah. So what kind of pieces do you expect the artists to put in the shows? I know there's painters and photographers,
Sculptors. One friend of mine, Pat, she's she does, I don't know how to describe what she does. She works with material and feathers and everything, and she does
sculptural pieces.
I love her work.
Yeah. We have iPhoneographer. What else?
We're going to have everybody.
Fiber artists.
Fiber artists.
Yeah.
And then there's 2
jewelry
floors.
makers.
So there's plenty of space.
Yeah.
Plenty of space for everyone to show. And I'm going to try and set it up that we have demos. I'm getting someone in. One of my pieces that I'm going to show is a painting I just finished. It's a red wolf. There's only 45 of them in the country.
Really?
Well, people kill them.
Yeah.
For sport, and we won't get into that. But I'm going to show that piece because I'm getting someone in from the Wolf Center.
From the Wolf Conservation Center?
Yes.
Is that North Salem or South
Salem?
South Salem.
And she's going to come and she's going to talk a little bit. I can't have her bring a wolf, the ambassador.
So they have an ambassador wolf?
Yes, Atka. But it's a closed space with a lot of people. I didn't think that would be a good idea, but
that should be fun.
Yes.
Yeah. What other ideas do you have for that, or you just kind of still percolating?
For that show, I'm open to suggestions if anyone has any. But I thought the demos, the opening. And then afterwards, maybe 2 demos, have someone there to talk about their art.
Right.
I'm going to be talking about endangered species. And I'm going to have another friend there who's Paola Bari. And
I interviewed her.
Did you really?
Yes.
She's a riot.
Yeah, she's wonderful. She does the porcelain plates with endangered.
Yes.
Or what, cougars? What is it?
Jaguars.
Jaguars.
So she's going to come and talk a little bit about jaguars. And I said, how great, I've got a jaguar painting. So.
Perfect.
So she's going to come. So it's going to be a fun event. And then, of course, I'm looking forward to the opening for the
Open Studio Tour.
For the tour.
Yeah.
So
you're not opening your studio there. You're going to be at the White Barn.
I'm going to be at the White Barn
artists.
again this year. I found it better at the White Barn for me because of the way my house is set up. But it's fun. We got lots of people, and someone is interested in maybe getting a commission of her horse paintings.
Oh, great, great. Well, Bea, that's our time is up.
Okay.
So I just want to thank you so much for coming.
Thank you,
Lonna. It was
Lonna.
a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. It was fun. Thank you.
Good, great.